Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we are back with Superman by Joshua Williamson. This is issue number 27, continuing the Summer of Superman. We have the end of an arc here, end of an arc, very much giving us a sort of cutoff point for our next thing that we're doing.
I was going to say, because, hey guys, there's a Superman movie coming in between issues, and we definitely want to wrap up what we're doing so people can come.
Don't worry, Jacob. The people have Dan Slott. Surely they will be satisfied for a long period of time. That's a really bad energy to bring into this review.
Look, here's the thing. I can't say I don't like Dan Slott because I've not read anything by Dan Slott.
I don't even hate Dan Slott. It's just fun to make fun of the guy sometimes. All right. Jumping into this one, we have the return of Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen is doing better, and
he's back out of the hospital. He is. If this were a soap opera, he'd have had his couple of weeks vacation, and he's come back to record more episodes.
I do love that his hands are just covered in bandages.
Oh my god, they are covered in bandages. Also, Lois is working late at the Planet, and Lois's reaction is literally just hug the photographer. Like,
you could just see that, like, after the shit that Lois has gone through the past few issues, that the thing that makes her happy right now is just seeing Jimmy again, and it's so nice. I love it.
Yes, I didn't murder my husband's best friend. That's
it's got to be a good feeling. We just have Siobhan here, who hates Superwoman, and Lois is like, oh well, yeah, that bitch Superwoman, right? But
Lois is like, no, it's my fault. Which, like, Lois, you're not helping. You're not. You are only making this worse. The only thing that would help is if you outright said, I was Superwoman, you should hate me. However, you can obviously do that.
Yeah.
Because then you'd also be exposing your husband and your children.
Things are fine. It's fine. But then we get back into where we left off last time, as we catch back up with Superman and Marilyn Moonlight. And Superman seems to be able to be starting to break through his Red K infection, and he's gaining some lucidity, let's say. As he tells Marilyn to follow him, they find out that Farm and Graft have escaped, and now Superman is on the hunt for Lex Luthor. And I love the scene that follows between Mercy and Lex. It's no secret I've just been constantly praising Williamson's ideas for Lex throughout this whole run. And I just
talk about the idea that Lex, with all of his memories back, has he actually changed?
I think so. I really do. I think that... Here's the thing. I just want to live in a perfect world where after Williamson eventually leaves this book, that Lex stays with the characterization that Williamson is giving him, because I love this so much. But we have Lex wanting to leave Metropolis and offering Mercy the chance to come with him. And
offering Mercy a chance at redemption that she doesn't take.
Yeah. Because the option he gives her is, you can come with me, or you can have Supercorp. It can be yours entirely. And she chooses Supercorp in the end. And I love it. I love these characters. I love the way Williamson has done all of this. It's fantastic.
You live for the drama.
Of course. We do then have a Farm and Graft Superman Robot Unleashed. Is this the same one from the main Farm and Graft arc from early on in the run? I forget. I know there was a robot that Superman fought, and I think this might be the same or a similar one. I can't remember now. Either way, there's a robot. There's a big old robot with the Superman logo on it, and it's got kryptonite, obviously. But we have... God, I love this. I love this goodbye scene. We have Lex talking to Superman, and just saying farewell to Clark. He's leaving Metropolis. He's going AWOL. It's a great little speech that Williamson writes for him, and I think a really great sort of, at least for the time being, a sort of permanent exit for the character from the run. And I think I personally can't imagine a better way to end the character, at least for the time being, like I said.
It indicates some self-reflection on Lex's part because of what Lex has gone through, where it's like, yeah, I lied, I did, it was all lies. But then those lies started to become the truth, and
Yeah.
I need to figure out some shit.
Yeah. Also, Superman uses the Supercorp logo to destroy this robot, and I fucking love that.
Yeah, it's you know. I think that image says something about giant multinational corporations.
Jacob,
Unintentionally.
Jacob,
Yes.
are you trying to say that comics can say something about the real world? Is that what you're trying to imply?
Yes, I am. Yes.
That's kind of like how sometimes you imply that comics are political, and I really just don't.
I mean, that is exactly what I'm implying.
I really don't think that's the case, Jacob. I think you're absolutely wrong about that. But we then learned that the sort of solution, at least I'm guessing the temporary solution to Superman's Red K infection, is to have Marilyn Moonlight shoot him.
With, I mean, logically that kind of makes sense. He's shot with moonlight.
Yeah.
Kryptonite and his powers come from the sun.
Yeah.
It's sort of an equal and opposite alchemical thing.
And in a way, Lex saved Superman's life because he's the one that brought Marilyn here. So like it's
because it was all part of his plan, and it's like
I will say
it's
how he escaped, and it's how Farmer Graft escaped, and how Lex was able to leave in the end.
Yeah. The complete curing of the Red K infection here, it does feel a little bit like that we're wrapping it up quickly because the movie's coming out.
I have a feeling it'll come back eventually. I really do.
I hope it comes back. I think it will. Here's the thing. Williamson has already been on this book for, like...
over 2 years now.
Over 2 years, and has been consistently delivering.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he can
and like,
to...
here's the thing, like, despite the movie coming out soon, like, the next issue isn't going to be like a, hey, pick up this issue if you want to read a new Superman comic for new readers. It's like, no, it's not. Clearly it's not. It's a big it's massive DC Universe bullshit.
I was going to say, it's a big DC Universe tie-in type thing. Honestly, in terms of marketing, it may actually be the wrong move because there's a movie coming out. Maybe
I repeat, that's why the world gave us Dan Slott, Jake.
And wait, what's happening in Action right now? Is Action doing some easy stuff?
Yeah, Mark Waid's taking over. It's
okay. You know what?
Yeah, the new Mark Waid Action Comics stuff is going back to early day Superman, sort of like similar to Grant Morrison Action Comics. So
okay, so at least DC can market Action.
Because here's the thing, they know Williamson is cooking with this book, and you can't just stop that shit. It's great.
Mind you, Williamson has had to thread the needle on multiple events, some of which he's written, some of which he has.
Here's the thing, at the end of the day, Superman always comes with the smelling of roses. He never sacrifices the Superman title's integrity for these crossovers.
Joshua Williamson would have thrived in the immediate post-crisis, crossover landscape.
You know it. He would have done great stuff.
Perez's Wonder Woman.
Anyway, I love this little scene then between Superman and Lois, between Clark and Lois. Between Clark and Lois, of just them flying together. I love that we kind of do the classic Chris Reeve, Margot Kidder, like just holding hands to help her fly moment. And it is Clark trying to apologize, but Lois also trying to apologize. They're both very nice people, and they want to apologize to each other, but really there's nothing to be sorry over. And I like that. I like that a lot. We get the confirmation that Mercy has taken over Supercorp, which is now sort of back to being LexCorp. It has the big L, so LexCorp is back.
Which, again, I feel like that might be that's definitely
it's a little bit of a reset.
That's definitely
here's the thing. We also had Supercorp for 28 issues.
This is true.
Like the fact that we stuck to our guns for nearly 2.5 years, I think is pretty damn impressive. So
honestly, a little more with the couple of months where the book was off for crossover events.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm fine with this. We also get a little hint of where Lex is, what he's doing. I'm not quite sure where this is implied to be at the end here, but I'm interested.
Is it Russia? Question mark.
I don't know. It's a cold place. I don't know much more than that.
There's a mansion and some
kind
walls. Yeah.
I don't think this is going to tie into the Zod stuff at all. I really don't.
No, I think the Zod stuff is going to be a totally separate thing.
Yeah. But we also get a little epilogue showing us where we're going next time, as it is actually leading directly into next time this time, because time traveler Doomsday escapes Darkseid's Legion, and they have
the Darkseid's Legion is the Legion of superheroes in some form. From the Absolute Universe ? Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm guaranteeing. I for the viewers, I'm gonna force Jacob to read the DC All In special before.
Are there answers to this that I just don't have context for?
It all started in the DC All In special. We gotta read that, and then we'll be all prepped and ready for the next Superman issue. You'll be fine. So
okay,
yeah. So we'll be doing that at some point as a special little one shot in between. But I guess
poor Booster Gold. Poor Booster Gold.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's. I'm also just excited for the prospect of Williamson writing extensive amounts of Booster Gold. That excites me greatly. But I think that about does it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. No, God, that's the Star Trek outro. Wow, long day. Be sure to check out other Fresh Face one-shots we do. Obviously, we're covering Superman by Joshua Williamson, but we also cover Wonder Woman by Tom King, the Wonder Woman spin-off, Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman. We're also covering Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, the end of the Long Halloween saga, as well as The Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone. There's also the main podcast, Fresh Face Comics. As of the release of this just yesterday, our episode on Batman Battle for the Cowl came out with our special guest Kian. Next time on Fresh Face Comics, we're covering Dark Knight 3 Master Race by Frank Miller and Brian Nazarello, which I'm so excited to talk with Jacob about. We're having my brother on as a guest. It's going to be a great time. So be sure to join us for that. We're also still counting down to episode 100, and I have fun plans for that, so that's going to be all kinds of fun. Also, our socials, our link trees, everything will be in the description below. You can follow us right around and follow us. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, Blood Donut Studios, and support means the world to us. Also, check out the Blood Donut Studios Patreon, where you can get Fresh Face extras and Star Trek commentaries, all kinds of fun things. So that'll be down in the description as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan.
Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.